remember, if you're considering bariatric surgery, you probably have tried everything more than once and it didn't work. If your program is like mine, I think my surgeon still charges you if he has to cut you open and can't perform the surgery because your liver is too large. So food that will make you want to quit, or the drinks and the alcohol that make you want to quit, is what's killing you, literally. That's it. It has been an interesting journey. Hey everyone, it's your girl Des, and I am back with another video. I have been taking a break from filming since I had my surgery, but if you've been following along my journey, you know that I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG, on March 14th, 2022, and it has been a journey. Today is March 30th, and I honestly did not have any energy to record this video until now, but I am beginning to feel like myself again, and so I'm back to give you the tea as promised. It has been an interesting journey. In my last video, and watch it, I'm gonna put the flag up right now, I explained that I was on the liquid diet. In that video, I was on week 1. This video won't be about week 2 because it's been so long. I completed week 2 on surgery day, so March 7th through the 14th. But this video is going to just be all about surviving the pre-op phase. As the title says, I will give a quick rundown. So in the video that is before this one, on week 1, I had weighed in at 317, I believe. Watch the video, don't quote me, I may have the numbers wrong. And my program, if you guys recall, was 100% liquid for both weeks. However, the first week of my 2-week pre-op diet, I was permitted to have creamy soups that were strained and puddings. And then the second week was 100% clear liquids in addition to the protein shakes. So for me, week 2 was challenging. Week 2 was extremely challenging, and that was partially why I just knew that I could not keep up with the YouTube rhythm. I wanted to even make like protein shake recipes and just like show y'all some of the things I was doing along the way. I couldn't. The energy was not there. I didn't cheat. I struggled with not really hunger, but definitely head hunger. Energy was just not there at all. I just couldn't bring myself to do anything, but I had to do it. So I still had to take my dog out every day. I still had to go to class. I still had to work. I still had personal obligations. So that was not a joke at all. You know, just talking about it in past tense is crazy because I didn't know I was gonna get through it. Like, I recall going to a furniture store with my mom, and you know, we're looking at appliances and I have to sit down and people think that maybe I, you know, had an injury. It was pretty rough. Also, grieving food was real. I think that week was definitely when I started just feeling super bad about not just being able to be normal. And my normal was eating as much and whenever I wanted to. So, you know, we passed some of my favorite fast food restaurants, some of my favorite restaurants. I would go places and see people eating. I wasn't necessarily hungry myself, but I just felt like, you know, man, I just will not be able to do it. During this week, I found myself like just kind of wanting to sleep away some of it, like, but I couldn't. So that was tough. So that head hunger and just grieving food was real. And I'm looking down at my notes if you guys see me looking down. If I had any tips for anyone who has to undergo the pre-op diet like I did, and yours is 100% liquid, because I can only speak for that, I would definitely suggest sneaking to add some sugar. We need that. We need a little bit of sugar to survive. I guess I did cheat because once in a while I would take like maybe like a drop, not even up to a teaspoon, of honey just to get myself moving. What else helped? Electrolyte water. I didn't do this, but now that I am post-op, it helps a lot. I have my, well, this is actually alkaline water, but just having something with pH, and specifically the water I normally drink looks just like this. It's from Walmart too, but it's electrolyte water. That helps because, I mean, when I had to do my pre-op appointment, so that's exactly 7 days to surgery, which was the start of my week 2. everything was low. My iron was low, my magnesium was low, my potassium was low, my blood sugar was obviously low. It was, I don't know what the science is behind that, because I am in these support groups on Facebook and everyone's diet is not like that. So I'm not really sure why mine was like that, but that is challenging. But we thank God that it's over, because I mean, that was rough. So some of my favorites that really got me through the diet, and you know, shout out to these brands. So protein shakes were a must for me, although there were some days where I didn't even have the energy to drink them. But my favorite protein shakes during the pre-op diet were Premier Protein, specifically the caramel flavor. I will go to Sam's Club and buy the very big box of it, and then birthday cake. That was so hard to find in my area, and I had not seen the big boxes of it. It's just a 4-pack, so I would just like rack up on those when I could. So Premier Protein, caramel, and birthday cake were my top 2. Fairlife Protein, I've in the past, way before I even considered surgery, I like the Fairlife salted caramel flavor, but I think I've drank them so much over the year, I didn't get them for this. I stuck with chocolate, and that was necessary, because Fairlife, the biggest difference between it and Premier Protein, they're both 30 grams of protein, but Fairlife is thin like chocolate milk, so sometimes you don't want that thick shaky filling, and so Fairlife works really nice for that. For my first week, remember, I could have had creamy soups, so Progresso Lights were amazing for me. My favorite flavors were the bacon cheddar broccoli. I had mentioned that in my last video, strained. Also the other ones, I'll just go ahead and pop some of these on the screen too. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, and I'm in my home office, so I don't have them on hand, but it was one that had like little pork meatballs. And I guess I did cheat, because I definitely popped like 2 of those pork meatballs. They're like tiny. I popped like 2 of those in my mouth. And those were excellent. But I'm just not a broth drinker. If I'm gonna eat soup, I want it to be chunky and stuff. So I didn't really rely too heavily on soups. And because from the second week I couldn't have that, it was just, I mean, it was a very short-lived experience. And then also just like drink concoctions. So I had discovered vitamin water sugar-free. It was actually called vitamin water zero sugar. I like vitamin water. I've always liked it, but I had never had the zero sugar. It's not bad. If you drink vitamin water, you already know it's not a super sweet drink. Despite it having a ton of sugar in it, it's not very sweet. So this zero sugar didn't have a lot to live up to, and so it was fine. It was perfectly fine. My favorite, I still have a ton of those actually. I didn't even make a dent in the stockpile that I had bought, but my favorite flavors by far were the lemonade flavor, the acai berry flavored one, and then the orange. I like to mix it with my other drinks, because vitamin water, like I said, it's not that sweet, so, and it's very vitamin tasting at times. So the vitamin water zero sugar lemonade flavor plus Gold Peak diet tea is like the best Arnold Palmer you will ever drink. Like, it is so good. Stats. Starting weight pre-op was March 1st, very first day of the liquid diet. I was 326. Then I had gotten down to 317 by the end of week 1, then going into week 2, and then completing my entire journey. My final weight, so I would consider that my actual like surgery weight, was 306. So I lost exactly 20 pounds in my pre-op diet phase. Some of the changes that I had noticed where my stomach was a lot flatter, obviously. My skin was glowing. I'm still with that glow. I mean, I don't have a single drop of makeup on right now. It's except my eyebrows and my lipstick, and it's amazing. My skin was glowing. I think it was because of all the protein and water. And, you know, we'll make this short and sweet. I wish it could have been longer, because I had a lot more to say then. But just speaking more like retroactively, I will say that, you know, if you're in this phase, don't give up on yourself. This is the kickstart to the rest of your journey as a VSG patient. So if you're quitting or you're already cheating, you're already setting the tone for your entire journey. Get your body into crunch time, and that is that time to do that. And like I said, these are for my guys and gals that are only on the liquids. If you're eating, I'm not gonna lie, the grass always looks green on the other side. That would have been freaking amazing to be able to eat protein or vegetables, but I just couldn't do it. But I made it. That's the point. I made it through the pre-op diet. My liver was clearly shrunken enough to continue with the surgery. And one thing about this pre-op diet, no matter what type you have, is to shrink your liver ultimately. And if your liver is not in a good place, your surgeon cannot safely perform the procedure. And so if you're cheating, you're not cheating anyone but yourself. Because if your program is like mine, I think my surgeon still charges you if he has to cut you open and can't perform the surgery because your liver is too large. So, you know, just give yourself a fighting chance. Remember, if you're considering bariatric surgery, you probably have tried everything more than once and it didn't work. So give yourself a chance. This is in you. It's 2 weeks. The food that will make you want to quit, or the drinks and the alcohol that make you want to quit, is what's killing you, literally. That's why you're obese. That's why you're a candidate for this surgery. So just give yourself a chance. That's what I told myself the entire time. It's just like, all the food I'm craving is the reason why I'm here. I would have been able to live a normal, healthy life without having to get one of my organs amputated. But because I had a severely poor relationship with food, I'm in this position. So food is not my friend right now. And so I'm going to give myself a chance. And that's what I told myself the entire time. And I got through it. And surgery day, I mean, I was ready to go. I felt confident that my surgeon was going to be okay with whatever he saw when he cut me open, because I knew that, I mean, if popping a couple of meatballs from the can of soup or sticking like a fork in honey to like get some sugar in my blood was cheating, then yeah, I cheated a little bit, but that would be like less than 1%. Like, it was liquids and my mouth never chewed anything. And I feel good about that. I'm happy I could say that. And like I said, it set the tone for my journey. And now that I'm post-op, my mind is already off that. Like, I don't have any of those cravings at all because I've already had that opportunity to grieve the food then. So I'll end it here, but thank you guys so much for just tuning in. I'm going to continue this series as what to do to prepare for surgery, and we'll catch you up to speed to where I'm at currently now. So friends, until next time, we'll chat soon, but just remember, it can only go up from here, except our weight. All right, y'all, bye.